What's up, everybody? You were tuned in to the Cris Style
And Mal.
Podcast, episode 209, Takeover Wednesday. So, if everybody's having a good night, whatever you're doing, whether you're at work, you're at home, we appreciate you tapping into the live stream, listening on the playback. We appreciate you too. Leave a comment in the comment section. We got a lot to speak on: NFL picks, college football picks. We're going to also talk about the college football first playoff rankings that they put out. Also, we're going to talk about the NFL trade deadline. A few big trades went down yesterday. And Maul's random news. And we're going to do our starting sits for Fantasy League too. So before we get into that, Maul, how you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. Can't complain, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good too, man. Just ready to get into these topics, player.
Let's do it.
All right. So, like I said, yesterday was the trade deadline, and a few big trades did go down. Most notably, cornerback Sauce Gardner, he did get traded from the New York Jets to the Indianapolis Colts for 2 first-round picks, a 2026 first round and a 2027 first-round pick, and wide receiver A.D. Mitchell. So the Jets were very busy yesterday because they also traded Quinion Williams, defensive tackle, to the Dallas Cowboys for 2026 second-round pick and a 2027 first-round pick, and defensive tackle Mozzie Smith. So as far as the Sauce Gardner thing, look, I get it. The Colts are trying to go all in. Chris Ballard, he's been trying to, get this roster going, and he's been it's been up and down for Chris Ballard, and he finally got a team that's really good this year. They're first place in the AFC right now, so they're going all in. They got the new owner because Jim Irsay unfortunately passed away. So his daughter, I think her name is Carly. She's taken over, and when the new owner comes in, younger, more probably bigger move. Even though Jim Irsay was kind of a brash, aggressive type owner, maybe she wants to make a big splash, put her name out there to say, I'm an aggressive owner. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make this team better. They've already talked about her being on the sideline, taking notes, just kind of being really involved with the team. So they went out and made a big splash, got a cornerback. Would I have given 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner? Probably not. But I understand where the Colts are coming from. I personally, if you're going to spend that, I probably would have went Quinion Williams more and got him on that defensive line. I think that would have helped their defensive line a lot better. But shout out to the homie CeeLo. He's a big Colts fan. He's been clamoring for a corner, so he's happy, and most people, Colts fans, are happy for Sauce to get Sauce Gardner. So, what's your overall thoughts of this trade?
I was surprised. I don't think anybody had Sauce Gardner being on the trade block, but I understand it on the Jets perspective. You know what I mean? When you get offered that kind of amount of draft capital for an elite cornerback, I know I understand that there's not a lot of elite cornerbacks out there. It's probably only maybe a handful at this particular time, probably less than a handful, where you can really truly count on day to day. But it's hard to pass up on 2 first-round picks and a player of Adonai Mitchell. And I get it. He was kind of in the doghouse over with the Colts, especially off of that bad fumble. But I think he's still a talented wide receiver who still has some untapped potential that if he's put in the right spot and given the opportunity and given some confidence back, I think he can actually make some noise in the league. So I was a little surprised that they didn't go all in with the trades as far as like with Breece Hall and even potentially Garrett Wilson. I think with Garrett Wilson, I think you can easily get another first-round pick. Me personally, depending on who is desperate enough to get a wide receiver, I think Garrett Wilson is that talented. I think if you put him in the right situation, I think he could easily be a top 5 wide receiver. I think he's that talented. And Breece Hall is still a top tier running back. So I know your team was kind of in the discussions with him. I know they were kind of looking for a 3rd-round pick. And I think you guys offered like a 4th. I know me and you talked about it. It made sense. I get it. You don't want to go too hard in with the Breece Hall sweepstakes because of what next year will behold of him. And then on top of that, we all know the whole conversation about running backs, and you don't want to give up too much of high draft capital. There's only probably maybe 3 where you probably would consider, Jahmyr Gibbs, John Robinson, and probably like a Saquon Barkley or something like that. Derrick Henry, but he's a little bit older. But a couple years ago, Derrick Henry will be in that conversation as well. So obviously, I do think probably near draft, I would strongly consider. I would think they would go all in with this rebuild mode, and I think Garrett Wilson will be on a new team, because I think there's a slew of teams that could potentially go for a Garrett Wilson, like a New England Patriots, Raiders, Ravens, maybe the Commanders, depending on what happens with certain situations over there. I think there'll be a lot of talk over there, but I like it for the Jets. For the Colts, I get it with you. Same situation. You have an opportunity where you're 7-2. Bad look last week with everything that went on with the Steelers, but this team is loaded on that defensive side. You add Sauce Gardner to that defense. Me and you love the cornerbacks that they already had, so it's kind of like you're just adding more to the pot of gold that you already have on that side. I agree with you. I think it would probably been a little bit more smarter maybe to go with Quinyon Williams and beef up that D line. But again, if you got a lockdown corner like Sauce and some of the other elite talent that you got back there, it might help out that D line regardless. You know what I mean? Just because they're gonna be locked down so much that it gives that D line a little bit of extra time to get to the quarterback. So I like it on both sides. I do agree. I think the draft capital is a lot, but this organization believes that they're ready for a chance to get make to make a deep run into the playoffs. So hey, why not go for it, man? The Indiana's Colts has been a while since they've had this opportunity, so I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, and as far as the Cowboys getting Quinn Williams, I mean, I think it's a good look. They're going to be able to build around. They got a defensive tackle, a pass rusher who can make an impact on the D line. They also traded for Logan Williams, linebacker. So they added some pieces to this defensive line. Some people could say, "Oh, they waited too late. They're 3-5." Like, I get it, you know what I'm saying. But as far as the future goes, they have at least one big piece that's already been paid that you can build around for the foreseeable future. Next year's draft, they still kept their first round pick from the Michael Parsons, because that wasn't the pick that they traded away. They only traded a second round pick, so they could use those 2 first round picks in next year's draft, bid around that defense, beef it up, maybe go get another corner, get you another defensive end to go with Quinyon Williams, and hopefully the defense can play a lot better to go with that offense. So
This one's an interesting one for me. I think Quinyon Williams is definitely going to help out. Like, I'm not saying he's not. Is it too late? I don't know. We still got a whole second half of the year where who knows what's going to happen, especially within this division. We're still waiting to see. Obviously, the Commanders have fallen off a cliff with all those injuries, so you kind of got to take them out. The New York Giants as well. I think they've been playing some inspired ball, but they're out. The Eagles, we're still kind of in a wait and see. Obviously, they're ultra talented. They added a whole bunch of players, which I'm sure we're going to talk about here in a second. But we still got to see if they can, get over that hump with their emotional, especially with a couple of their superstars being not too happy in particular situations. So we'll see. Offensively, this team is going to be really nice. You add Quinyon Williams to that. I think they're still missing a couple guys. I think Trevon Diggs is still out, if I'm not mistaken. And then obviously the way Deron Bland looked last week getting cooked by Marvin Harrison really doesn't help out the situation. So, hey man, shout out to the Cowboys. I think this will help them as far as like maybe in the future. They could focus more on the pass rush, and I agree with you. They still got the pick with the Michael Parsons, so we'll see what happens in the future. I don't think it really does anything for them this year. You might see a little pop as far as like a little bit of activity on that D line, but they got a lot of work to do on that defensive side.
Yeah, I agree with that. Other trades that went down: New Orleans Saints traded wide receiver Rashid Shaheed to the Seahawks. I actually like things as a very underrated move right here. You added more speed to go with JSN, go with Cooper Kupp, to go with the ascending wide receiver rookie Torrey Holton. That offense was already good. You still got those two running backs with Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker in the backfield who are really good when healthy. So you just add to this offense. The defense is already really good. So, and I think the Seahawks kind of like what they see in Sam Darnold too. He operates his offense. We all know that what's his name, Mark McDonald, I think his name is. Uh, the coach, he's a good defensive minded coach. I know the Ravens miss him. So Seahawks are definitely trying to make a surge and show like, yo, we right here in that race as far as in the NFC goes. So I like this move. He's gonna definitely bring some speed to their offense.
I love this move. Sam Darnold, like he did with the Vikings, man, he has all the weapons to succeed. There's really no excuses for him. We know what he can do in the regular season. I think he's gotten over the hump with that portion of his career. Now it's about, can he do it in the playoffs? We saw that kind of poor performance he had last year against the Detroit Lions. He didn't look really good. I think that's one of why I think they leaned a little bit to not re-signing him. But hey, man, I think Rashid Shaheed, I think he's one of the top wide receivers. I'm not saying he's like top 10, but he has elite speed. He can get over the top. We see what kind of explosion that he has, and you pair him up with JSN, and you pretty much got the two fastest receivers in the league at this particular time. And we all know that JSN is pretty much playing like a top 2, maybe even a number 1 overall receiver in the league right now. I think he's on pace to get over almost 2,000 yards, if over 2,000 yards, if he keeps continuing doing what he's doing. So,
he's averaging 119 yards a game.
Insane. So, hey, man, sky's the limit for this team. They have all the pieces to compete. It's just that, if you put them in the AFC, they might be the favorites in the AFC. In the NFC, it's a dogfight, man. You just don't know, but they're gonna be in it, man. I think this really solidifies them to be one of the favorites to at least get one of those playoff spots, and obviously compete for that division to go up against the Los Angeles Rams. I actually like this matchup with the comparison, man, with the offenses and defenses. That's gonna be a slugfest whenever that matchup happens again.
Yeah, for sure. Your team traded away Jacoby Myers to the Jacksonville Jaguars. There was already been spoken on that you guys were looking out to trade him. He'd already talked about how he wanted to be traded before the year because you guys weren't looking to pay him, which is understandable. This move is kind of lateral to me. Will it make Jaguars a little bit better? Yeah, I get it. Travis Hunter's out, so they need another wide receiver to go with Brian Thomas Jr. So I'm not mad at the move. I think, of course, Jacoby Myers is a good wide receiver. I think he's underrated. Do I think he would have done better somewhere else as far as his end? Yeah, because I'm not a big Trevor Lawrence guy. Like if he had went back to New England, I'd have been like, all right, New England's all in. They, you know what I'm saying? They trying to do something. Like, whereas in Jacksonville is just kind of like, all right, you went from the Raiders, now you go to Jacksonville, and it's like, all right, whatever. He's kind of a lateral with me.
Yeah, I'm surprised like the likes of the Patriots didn't go harder for Jacoby Myers because I think with the way Drake May is playing, he's playing like an MVP quarterback in his second year. It seems like this would be the perfect move for them. You know what I mean? Pairing him with Stephon Diggs and Keon Booty. I think I'm surprised they didn't do it. As far as like with the Jags, like, is it an upgrade? Yeah, because you get a veteran wide receiver who we know can produce ahead of Travis Hunter. Even if Travis Hunter was playing, it was still kind of weird for him going back and forth with defense and offense, and him still trying to understand what he needs to do on both sides. And even him coming in as a rookie wide receiver, he still need to, get tight on those routes and the catching and stuff like that. He was still working on a lot of stuff. Not saying he can't get there, but I think it's going to take him at least a couple years. So you add Jacoby Myers there, you're going to get some veteran leadership, but he will definitely play better in that position. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about Brian Thomas not living up to the hype that he did last year. But again, it is Trevor Lawrence. The inconsistencies of giving these receivers the opportunity to get the ball, I don't know, man. So I don't know how much of an impact he'll have an impact because we know what Jacoby Myers is, but I just don't know if it's going to like get them over the top to where we're going to actually have them in conversations with actually being Super Bowl contenders. I don't think so. As far as my Raiders, I'm happy with the draft capital that we got. I couldn't ask for much more than what we received. We got a 4th and a 6th. I'm happy about that. The only my concern about anything about us getting picks is my Raiders actually going to make the right decisions with those picks. And we've seen for the past 5, 10, 15, 20, I can go on and on, you know what I mean, since the early 2000s, we have not made the correct decisions with those picks. So I'm happy with the draft capital. Now it's about us focusing on the year. You know, we got a tough game tomorrow, which I know we're going to talk about. But hey, man, I'm happy with the capital. I can't be mad at it.
Few more trades. I'm gonna talk about Draymond Jones, defensive end from the Titans. He got traded to the Baltimore Ravens for a conditional draft pick, 5th-round pick that could turn to a 4th-round pick if I think he produces certain numbers or whatever. So they're trying to booster up their defensive line because they lost some guys. You know, they lost Justin and the BK for the season. So they're trying to boost up their defensive line to try to go, you know, make this stretch run, try to make it to the playoffs because they're kind of playing behind the 8 ball. They're 3-5 right now, and they got to win out or win most of the games at least. You know what I'm saying? They probably can only take maybe 1-2 more losses. They got to win the division. They got to try to win that division.
But this division isn't like.
Oh, it's not.
They're literally like a game and a half back, so I think they'll be fine. I agree with you. They do need to win this division. But I even with everything, I still got them the favorites to win this division. I really do, man. I'm not
mad. I'm with you.
Yeah.
They playing again. They can't play around with it.
Yeah, they can't play with fire for sure. Like I think they've done enough with that, and it's under reasonable circumstances with all these injuries and stuff like that. Lamar Jackson missing, 2-3 weeks. It's understandable. So I like the move. Anything to do to add to beef up what they were able to do. It obviously helps. So I think the main concern with them is just health. And if they can just get healthy, man, then sky's the limit for this Ravens team, man. They're going to be a tough out.
Yeah, I wish my Chiefs would have won got him for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Cornerback Michael Carter II, he also got traded to the from the Jets to the Eagles for John Mechie and a 2027 6th-round pick. They also got Jair Alexander from Baltimore and a 2027 7th-round pick, and they gave up a 2026 6th-round pick. And then they got edge rusher Jalen Phillips from the Miami Dolphins for a 2026 3rd-round pick. So the Eagles are trying to booster up their defense. We all know that their corners, they was having problems with corners, so they went and got 2 corners to try to help get a better depth rotation. Maybe it's probably the end of Adoree Jackson on the other side. It just, try to put Jair out there, try to put Michael Carter out there with Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, and try to make a run for this for a back-to-back Super Bowl. So, and the Jalen Phillips is just adding to their defensive line. He doesn't have to be, the guy anymore. He could just, just rush the passer. That's all we need you to do. Don't do nothing else. Just go hit quarterback. That's what we need you to do. So, and if they don't pay him, they get a comp pick. So, because I think he's on a contract year. So, I like all 3 moves. Howie Roseman, he does it again.
Yeah, like what else do we need to say? We knew the Eagles are going to make some kind of moves. I think they've been eyeing Jalen Phillips probably for the last couple weeks, I would assume. They got their guy, and they just added more depth to this team. So we know what it's going to be about. I think it all comes down to, I'm not really worried about this defense. It really comes down to the relationship with Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, and if they can get Saquon Barkley going. If they can get all that going, Eagles are probably going to be back in the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, for sure. So, is there any teams that you were surprised, to make no moves?
Yeah, I thought I saw a little bit more with the Patriots, especially with the cap space that they had, especially with some of the names. I'm surprised that the likes of the Dolphins didn't go all the way in as far as trading a lot more assets. Maybe throw Devon Achane up there, maybe throw Waddle up there. I think that team needs a whole rebuild. Obviously, the likes of Kyler Murray, we all see that writing on the wall. It was going to be kind of hard to make any kind of trades with him. We know that's probably going to be more likely during the draft. I'm I'm surprised the Chargers didn't try to look at O-line help. We heard rumors about.
I forgot they traded for the old tackle from the Saints, Trevor.
Oh yeah, they did. My bad. So they did. They added that. We all know the injuries that with Joe Alt. I think he's out for the year. Rashawn Slater, he's out for the year. So anything to add depth to that team, and we know how tough that team is going to be. As far as anybody else, the Bills didn't do nothing. They needed a lot. I think that was the number one team that needed to do something. I don't know how you go into the second half of the year feeling comfortable with the weapons that you have, the defense that you had. Like, yeah, Bosa did pop off. I'm worried that they got a little bit too high off that Chiefs win and they felt secure off of that. And I think that could bite them in the ass. I think they should have been in the likes of trying to get a Rashid Shaheed, a Chris Olave, anybody, to add depth to that offensive side. You don't really have a
Jacoby Myers, please stay.
Jacoby Myers, any of those defensive players, any of those cornerbacks that were available, like they should have been in all that. And this is their year to try to solidify it, man. Like this team needs Howie Roseman because he would have tried to do you have the MVP quarterback, you have the all-time talented quarterback, you have the all-time talented running back, you have two solid tight ends. But this defense needs work and that receiving core needs work. So I'm shocked. But good luck to the Bills, man. Good luck. You're gonna need superhero performances from Josh Allen from here on out. And if you're asking for that, it's gonna take a toll on him, man. And we've seen it every year in and year out.
Yeah, for sure. Bills were never going out and do that. Wasn't happening. It's interesting.
Let me ask you this: do you think if they lose that game, you think they go harder in the trade deadline, or do you think that win with the Chiefs kind of help make them feel comfortable with the team that they
have? Honestly, I don't think they took anything from the Chiefs game because they always beat us, and they understand like the team that they play. If we meet in the playoffs, the team that they meet now ain't be the same team that they meet in the playoffs, and I just personally think it's more so just I guess they probably felt like it was because it's hard. I will say this. It's hard to what's the word I'm looking for? Get a wide receiver learning your scheme in the middle of the season.
If that's your excuse not to get a receiver, I find that weak. I find that weak, man. You throw Jacoby Myers in there, you make it work. That's the whole motto. I think a lot of these head coaches get stuck like, oh, I need you to fit. No. If we get a talented receiver, we're gonna find a way to make you fit. What are some of the routes that you like? What are some of the setups that you like? And Josh will make it happen. You know what I mean? He's that talented of we're trying to win a Super Bowl.
Also, I think it was just like we ain't gonna pay you.
Who cares? You're trying to win now. You're trying to win now. Your opportunity, I'm. This is not towards you, my brother. This is towards the Buffalo Bills. Here's my problem with certain teams. They think that window is going to stay open forever. You have an opportunity with the way the AFC is set up right now. The Chiefs don't look good. Everybody assumes that the Chiefs are going to go back to, clicking on all cylinders. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing at all. The Ravens are on the slim hopes of possible. We all think they're going to make the playoffs, but they started off hella slow and they still have the potential to miss the playoffs. So you have a chance right now, currently, if the playoffs start today, Patrick Mahomes will be out and Lamar Jackson will be out of the playoffs. And it'll be Josh Allen will be the best quarterback in the league in the AFC right now. This is your opportunity to take the reins. The Buffalo Bills fan base has been waiting for since this organization became a part of the league. You have an opportunity. Take advantage of it. Why do you assume this team is going to be the team that is going to get over the hump when we've seen it time and time again? This ain't it. So I don't know what you're waiting for. What are you waiting for? You're waiting for the perfect receiver? Like don't do that. Like if you had the opportunity to get somebody, go Go grab it. Go seize that opportunity, because don't ever leave no stone unturned. And I feel like it's a moment right now where they left a couple stones unturned. And I think it's going to bite them in the ass. I have no expectation that the Buffalo Bills are going to get over the hump with this team. This team doesn't excite me because you don't like giving James Cook the ball, and you don't have a receiver that scares you. Unless Keon Coleman turns into, Terrell Owens here in the next 3 weeks. Hey, does Khalil Shakir scare you? No. Does Keon Coleman scare you? No. Like, maybe those tight ends, but they don't feature them enough. So, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? If they don't win it this year, you're never winning it. You're never winning it. Let's say hypothetically, Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes don't win the don't make the playoffs, which it's a probability right now. You would assume the Bills would probably be the favorites. Who will be the favorites? Probably the Buffalo Bills, you would assume, right?
Yeah,
or the Colts. It'll probably be the Colts, but people will have more faith in Josh Allen, you would assume, right? Josh Allen, Daniel Jones, even though I like the Colts team a whole lot better.
I think it would depend on how they got in the playoffs. They kind of
say they're the number one seed.
I
think they have a high chance of getting the number one seed. They got to beat the Patriots. The Patriots are pretty much the team they got to beat, but you're going up against a second-year quarterback who's be his first time in the NFL playoffs. You're taking Josh Allen. I don't care what you taking, Josh. You better make the playoffs. If you don't, come on, dog. Come on, dog. No one's gonna take the Buffalo Bills serious ever.
My hot take is if they lose because of lack of weapons, they sign George Pickens in the offseason.
I like that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad.
Sign George Pickens.
Sign George Pickens. Get them all. Sign them all. Get everybody. Get Jalen Waddle. Get Tyreek Hill. Get them all. Yo, just get an all-star lineup of wide receivers. Hell, if the Eagles could do it, you could do it. Figure it out. At this point, Howie Roseman makes a lot of these GMs look scary as fuck to try to go all in when you have the opportunity to do it. If he can find a way to make the contracts work, so can you. There's no more excuses for that. He literally gave the blueprint. There's no more excuses. And I get it. People have their own philosophies and stuff like that. But I think fan bases are going to recognize that more and more, especially if the Eagles win again this year. They're going to recognize that shit.
Blazers beat OKC.
Blazers beat OKC?
Mm-hmm.
First loss for OKC. All right, for sure.
121, 119.
I knew it was going to happen sooner or later, man. Back-to-back games. Thunder's still gonna be the favorites. Congratulations to the Blazers, though, man. They're playing hard. I saw it firsthand with my Lakers. So,
damn out there.
No, we're up by 3 right now with a minute left. So, and Wemby fouled out. So we'll see what happens.
He fouled out. What y'all doing to him, man?
Hey,
how many points he had?
I think he only had like 16 or something like that. He didn't have a great shooting game. We played some great defense.
On old boy tonight, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, man. Let's talk about college football playoff rankings, man. They just dropped them yesterday. And I wanted to get your opinion on it. Pull this here. All right. So they just dropped the week 11-12 team college football bracket projection. So in playoffs for the start today, these would be the teams. So right now they got Ohio State number 1, Indiana number 2, Texas A&M number 3, Alabama number 4. All 4 of those teams would get a bye week. So the first round would be Georgia, number 5 Georgia versus number 12 Memphis, number 8 Texas Tech versus number 9 Oregon, number 6 Ole Miss versus number 11 Virginia, and number 7 BYU versus number 10 Notre Dame. What's your thoughts on these first drafts of the bracket projections?
I know me and you kind of talked a little bit earlier about it. I think Notre Dame's ranked a little too high for me, man. Come on, man. like I get it. They had the cool win against USC, and USC was ranked at the time, and they looked good. That game could have went either other way, but the other two games that they had, they lost. The other two rankings beginning of the year. Besides that, their schedule isn't really that impressive. They do have one more ranked team currently right now on the schedule with Pittsburgh. But I think there's other teams that I think you could have probably had them higher. I think there's a possibility you can have like Virginia. I think Oklahoma possibility. Vanderbilt, Georgia Tech. I think they've all had more impressive wins. I know Miami had their last two losses, and it was pretty ugly losses, but I do like the wins better than what Notre Dame has had. So I don't know. That's just me. But overall, I haven't watched Memphis at all, so I can't really be familiar with everything that's going on with that. But
that one confuses me because they're not even ranked.
Cool.
Memphis.
I think they're the highest ranked out of the Power Fives. Yeah, I think they're number one in their conference, but I don't think they're ranked. So I think they get that one bid for out of the top out of the power conferences. I think they give one bid to that, and I think Memphis is just the highest ranked. I don't know who else will be involved with that. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's just it's the first week of the drafts. As far as like the matchups, if these were the matchups that we're going to get, I like that Oregon Texas Tech matchup. I think that would be an interesting matchup. I think Notre Dame BYU would be a very, very interesting matchup. I think Ole Miss will overpower Virginia. And then obviously I think Georgia and Memphis will be. I think that's a. I don't think we waste our time watching that game. No disrespect to Memphis, but they ain't beat Georgia. So, but it'd be interesting because then you potentially could get a Georgia Alabama matchup. Could get a rematch of Oregon Ohio State in the second round. It's kind of funny because everybody was complaining about that last year, that being the matchup. We potentially could get that in the second round and again. Ole Miss versus Texas A&M will be amazing. And then you could potentially get the rematch of Notre Dame and Indiana in that first round matchup where Notre Dame beat Indiana last year. So, based on that, I think you get some pretty exciting matchups. I love the bracket. I've been a big fan of it. Obviously, I wouldn't be a fan if they added more teams to it, but I like the way it is. And obviously, we got big games coming up here this last month of the year. So this will totally change by the end of the month.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Everything looks, pretty legit right now. Outside the, Memphis, I agree with you. Notre Dame, they still got a lot to prove. I think everything else is well. I know you said you don't believe Ohio State should be number one, but no. I just think this is one of those things. Like, hey, you got to beat the man, you got to beat him.
Yeah, I hear you, but their schedule is weak. I think they have one of the weaker schedules as far as like one of the Power Five conferences. I think Texas A&M has better wins. I think they look more impressive. I think Alabama's look more impressive. I get it. They have the one loss, but yeah. So I don't know. Obviously, we'll get we won't really see anything until they probably play Michigan. And then even that, we probably won't wait until they probably play Indiana in the Big Ten matchup to see who probably gets that number one seed, overall seed. So, but I would say this makes me even more mad UNLV. Defense is ass because I think we had an opportunity. If Memphis was there, I think if we beat Boise State and we're running the table and we look good, I think we have a little small shot of actually making the playoff. At first, I was like, I don't think we had a shot, but seeing Memphis there, I think if we beat Boise State at Boise State, I think that would have been a more impressive win than anything Memphis has done, as far as like from what I could tell. But and then obviously our schedule it's not the best, obviously because of our conference, but I think we had a small little shot, man. It just makes me even more mad. Our defense is like pee-wee football out there, man. Can't get a stop, man. These Powerpuff girls can probably score on this defense. It's crazy.
That defense is trash. Colorado State might put up.
Out of all these matchups, which one will intrigue you the most? If this was the late final bracket,
Texas Tech in
Oregon, yeah. That Notre Dame BYU game would be very interesting to watch.
I think it'd be good in the first half, and I think Notre Dame will pull away.
Don't BYU and Texas Tech play each other this week? Ain't that the game this week?
I think so. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, one of those teams probably gonna be out after that. Whoever loses that might be out of the top 12.
If what's the name went out, if Texas went out, then they gonna make it.
They're gonna find a way to get Texas in if they win. If they beat Georgia, especially, yeah, they'll definitely be in. I think as far as like the teams that are not in the top that still have a chance, I think Georgia Tech still has a chance. I think Vanderbilt still has a chance. I think USC has a chance. Michigan, if they get an Ohio State win, I think they got a chance. Missouri, if they could beat Texas A&M, I think they got a chance. I think Miami still has a slim chance. Utah, obviously Oklahoma too. I think there's still a lot of teams that have an opportunity to be in here. As I said, I think the way this looks now will look totally different in like about 2-3 weeks.
No, Memphis hasn't beat nobody.
They haven't beat nobody. You looking at the schedule right now? Who would they beat?
Outside of South Florida.
Yeah.
Arkansas. I mean, for Memphis to beat a SEC team, I mean, they only beat them by 1 point. They had a tough one against Tulane on Friday. And then they played
you think questions them giving a berth to one of those outside power teams? Do you think this will make the conversation even more about let's just give it to the best 12?
I wouldn't be. I mean, especially if say Memphis went out and they keep their spot and get smoked. Yeah. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Like you said, it's the first iteration, so we'll see.
Lakers win, yes sir. Come on, man. We ain't even got Braun yet, and Austin Reeves is out too. Come on, dog. Come on, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Luka. Hey, Mavs in last place. Hey, they lost again. They lost to the Pelicans. They called a foul. Oh, they called a foul? This Mark then got me all hyped for no reason.
Called a foul on who?
Oh, yeah, they just called a foul with 0 seconds left. I'm looking at it right now.
What's the score?
116, 118. They're reviewing it right now, so let's see what happens.
Uh-oh. All right, man. We're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll come right back.
Introduce yourself to Magnet, the ultimate sports drink. Are you ready to take your performance to the next level? Do you want a sports drink that eliminates the muscle cramps and fatigue when working out or training? Meet Magnet, the sports drink designed for athletes who refuse to settle for mediocrity. It's power-packed electrolytes and rehydrates and restores balance with their scientifically formulated blend with magnesium that fights fatigue and boosts endurance. It has natural ingredients made with real fruit extracts and no artificial colors or flavors because your body deserves the best. It has delicious flavors like mixed fruit and watermelon that keep you revitalized and ready for action. It will boost your performance with essential vitamins and minerals. Magnet fuels your workouts, helping you crush your goals. Join the Magnet movement whether you're training, competing, or simply staying active. Magnet is your go-to refreshment for peak performance. You can order it now on our direct link at drinkmagnet.com. Also, use promo code Cris Mal to get $5 off your purchase. So don't wait. Again, that promo code is Cris Mal to get $5 off your purchase. Get Magnet, push your limits, fuel your passion.
Bro, missed the free throw.
Miss.
I forgot his name. I don't know how you say his name. Champagne. Yeah, he lost. Yeah, we won. It's only 0.2 seconds left.
Damn. Yeah, I got lucky.
Look, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Greatest franchise in all of sports, man. What are you talking about, though?
Wemby was at the line. Y'all was low.
Who knows?
He said, who knows? I'm fucking with you. right, man. Let's talk about some college football. Let's get my picks.
Cris Style Mal's college football picks.
All right, man. So Friday, US number 19 USC battles out with Northwestern. UNLV's coming in 6-2, 4-1 in the conference. Northwestern is 5-3, 3-2 in their conference. USC's passing attack versus Northwestern's elite pass defense. USC quarterback Jaden Mavea has thrown for 2,315 yards, 15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and is a dual threat. Northwestern's pass defense ranks 13th in the FBS with 165.1 yards allowed, and will be key to slowing down USC's aerial attack. If Northwestern can force USC out of rhythm in the passing game, they can increase their chances for an upset. Northwestern's run game versus USC's front seven. Northwestern is much stronger running game with 187.9 yards per game than in the pass game. USC's run defense only allows 143.1 yards per game. So, of course, turnovers, all that good stuff is going to be important. I'm going to go with USC. I just think that they have too much of a passing attack. I think they're going to air them out. I got them winning 35-24.
I agree with you. USC being at home, I think their aerial attack is really good. The offensive side is really good. I even like the running backs that they do have. So, I'm going to go, let's go 38-21.
And you got a big matchup on Saturday with number 7 BYU takes on number 8 Texas Tech. BYU comes in undefeated, 8-0, and is a big serious contender for the Big 12 title. Texas Tech is 8-1, also challenging for that Big 12 title. Undefeated BYU Texas defense is a threat to flip the game in one drive. BYU's offense must be sharp to survive. The pressure is on BYU. One slip in undefeated season could be gone in an instant. If Texas Tech win, they assert themselves as a playoff big boy status. It's gonna be a dogfight, but I'll go with Texas Tech. I'll take Texas Tech in a close one, 28-24.
Yeah, man. We all know those early games could be a little weird. BYU is a really, really solid team. I just think it's tough. I think it's gonna be tough in Lubbock, man. Especially Texas Tech coming off that bad loss they had this past week. So I think those guys rally. I think they'll bounce back. I think they'll definitely play with some pride. They still have a legit shot of making some noise in the playoffs. But they can't lose this. I think whoever loses this game, I think they're gonna find themselves out of the top 12. Doesn't mean they're out of the playoff contention, but I think they'll be outside of the top 12. More so for Texas Tech. I don't think they can really lose this game. So I'm gonna go with Texas Tech. I think they'll win. I think this definitely will be a close game. I think they'll kick a game-winning field goal. Let's go 31-28.
For sure. You got number 9 Oregon versus number 20 Iowa. Oregon's entering the game with a strong defensive profile, ranked among the top defenses nationally. The Ducks' stop rate is 78.2%. They only allow 1.22 points per drive. Offensively, they're efficient. Their quarterback, Dante Moore, has limited interceptions, and the offense is field stretching. The big test will be when things get physical at the line of scrimmage. They'll have to prove they belong in the great tier rather than just good. Traditional Iowa strength is their run game, physicality, and a rugged defense. Their defense stop rate is close to Oregon with 77.6. Offensively, they'll lead on their rush attack and field position. They aren't as explosive in the passing game, so the matchup favors them if they can control the tempo. The edges for them is they're at home. I'm gonna go with Oregon because I believe in their quarterback more. I'm gonna go Oregon 31-24.
Yeah, I think defensively, we all know what Iowa brings to the table. It's just that offense is so lackluster every year, every time. I still to this day don't understand why they don't invest more in that and on that offensive side. But yeah, I think Oregon wins. I think it'll be tough in the beginning, but I think they'll pull away slowly but surely. And I got 35-24.
You got my Missouri Tigers facing off against number 4 Texas A&M. Texas A&M is rolling right now. As far as my Missouri Tigers, they're coming off of a disappointing loss over over Vanderbilt, and they lost their starting quarterback via Corbila. Now, true freshman Matt Zollers will be starting his first full game. This is a tough task going against Texas A&M. And one good thing is that he is playing at home, so he will have the crowd behind him. It's hard for me to pick as much as I want to pick the Tigers to win. I have to see it from Zoller. I like what I saw in spots against Vanderbilt. He had chances to win that game, but I just think this is a tall task. If it was somebody else, a little more of a mid-tier type, like Auburn or Arkansas or something like that, I'd be like, all right, you're getting the kids some reps. But I just think this is a tough task, even at home. I think it's going to be close in the beginning, but I think Texas A&M pulls away. I got Texas A&M winning 31-21.
Yeah. Obviously, I know your Missouri Tigers have had some heartbreaking losses this year that could have bounced their way. They could easily be undefeated right now. I just think they've had a terrible time closing these games out, making crucial turnovers and stuff like that. I could see it being the same way. I could see y'all having an opportunity to win this game. I think this defense will play really, really tough. Obviously, you're putting a freshman quarterback out there. So obviously we don't know what's going to happen, but he could surprise. There's no game tape on him. So you never know. Like, he might surprise and have one of those games where they just don't know what he's going to be able to do. They don't know if he's going to be able to scramble. They don't know what kind of arm strength he got. They just don't know. So it could throw him off. I think it'll be a close game. But I think at the end, something will happen where the rookie or the freshman quarterback will make a freshman mistake, and it will give Texas A&M the win. And I think it'll be a little tighter. I think I got it. Let's go 24-23.
Okay. You got LSU coming in against Alabama. We all know that LSU no longer has Brian Kelly anymore, and Alabama is rolling right now. I don't think this game is gonna be close, y'all. Even though LSU got some talent over there, they're kind of willing right now. They got an interim head coach right now. I think Alabama's just gonna overpower them. I got Anderson Tuscaloosa. I got Alabama winning. I'm gonna go 35-27.
This game is really going to show if LSU has any heart, or they're going to fight for their season, or if they've already mailed it in for the year. I think if they're fighting, this game will be close. But I think they've mailed it in, man. You got Harold Perkins already looking in transferring. I think there's a couple guys that'll probably be doing the same. So I agree with you. I think Bama routes. I'm gonna go 41-14.
And then you have Navy battling out with number 10 Notre Dame. Navy is Notre Dame is 6-2. Navy is 7-1. We all know that this year Notre Dame's offense is really, really good. Their defense is starting to kind of put it together, but they're led by their offense with CJ Carr and, of course, Jeremiah Love, and I think the other kid's name is Jaden Price. But we all know how Navy is. They have a great rushing attack. Their quarterback is actually doing pretty good. Got 1,143 yards passing and 926 yards rushing. So he's a dual threat. So that's always going to be a challenge when you're facing off against Navy. But I just think Notre Dame is just going to be a little bit better. I got Notre Dame winning. I'm going to go 28-20.
I think it's gonna be tough, man. This Navy team, I don't know, man. For some reason, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with the upset, man. I think I'm gonna go Navy with the upset, beat Notre Dame. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go Navy upset. I know people are probably gonna look at me mad crazy, but I don't know why. I just got that little gut in me where I think Navy's gonna do something, man. And it's gonna take Notre Dame by surprise, and I think they win. I think they win 23-20. And I think this takes Notre Dame out of the playoff hunt.
For sure. Those are the only really big games I saw that we could talk about. So,
who else is playing? Auburn Vanderbilt definitely needs to be Auburn. Miami cannot mess around with Syracuse, even though Syracuse hasn't had a really good year. Ohio State, nah, no one cares. Georgia, Mississippi State, we know Mississippi. It could be a tough game. I could see that being a close game, but then Indiana,
it's an in-state thing, so
yeah. So it could be thing, and then obviously Indiana and Penn State should be a lot bigger than what it is currently, but Penn State is done. So, and UNLV playing this week?
Yeah, they play Colorado State.
Good luck, Rebels, man. We're rooting for you, man. Hopefully that defense. Hopefully y'all locked in on the defensive side.
Man, Colorado State's supposed to be terrible. They're 2-7. So.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Don't go in there and lose. Don't kill all that momentum, y'all. Y'all in guarded for the season.
Yeah. All right, that does it with our college picks. Real simple and quick. Let's do our BetUS Sure Fire Picks.
Yeah, let's do it.
What you got?
All right, man. I got a quick 3. I got the Ravens -4 against the Vikings. I just think the Ravens are. I think they're gearing up, man. I think they're about to roll, and then I know JJ McCarthy looked good. I don't think we'll get back-to-back weeks of great JJ McCarthy. I think he'll make some rookie mistakes and all that. So I like the Ravens -4. I like the Bucks +2 against the Patriots. They're going to be at home, so I actually like that. Patriots team is playing pretty good, but this Bucks team is good. I don't know if Bucky's playing. Is he playing? I don't know if he practiced this week, today. I know he hasn't practiced all week, so we got to see what's up with that. And then I like the Clippers +2.5 against the Suns on tomorrow. So.
You about to look at me crazy.
I know you're about to say. I know what you're about to say. Go ahead, say it.
Taking the Raiders +9, baby.
You're crazy, dog. You're crazy, my boy. That's a lot of points, though. That is a lot of points. It's an
AFC West division game.
Our defense is terrible, dog.
It is, but
terrible.
But I'm just saying, man. But
no Patrick Surtain, so we'll see.
The offense, I think, I know you just traded with Jacoby Myers, but I think y'all gonna run the football. I think that your boy Brock Bowers is gonna have his way. Trey Tucker. I ain't saying y'all gonna.
What's the weather gonna be out there like? What's the weather in Denver tomorrow?
I ain't be cold as shit.
Is it snowing or something? Let me look it up.
But while you looking that up, I got Memphis -4 over Tulane, and I'm taking USC -14.5 over Northwestern.
Clear skies, not bad. It'd be like 50 some.
So that is it for our BetUS Sure Fire Picks. You know why I can't promote it.
Mark, I said the same thing. He really trusted Gino on a short week. It's crazy. This man struggled against the Jags. This man has struggled against bad defenses. What you think he gonna do against the Broncos? Ashley Genty gonna need to go off, huh?
I scored 29 points.
What, against the Jags?
Yeah.
And yet my man couldn't score with 2 yards from the goal line.
Should I cover the spread?
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, man. It's time for do our fantasy starting set. All right, man. I'll go first. So as far as QB goes, I will be starting Justin Herbert over the Steelers. The Steelers give up third most passing yards and the fifth most fantasy points to quarterbacks. I'm starting Jared Goff because the Commanders are trash. Yeah, the Commanders are terrible. Their defense is not good. What's up? The corners are trash. Jamal's about to laugh at me. He's about to probably cuss me out. But the person I'm about to say, I'm sitting. I'm sitting Jordan Love.
Oh, all that shit. You talking about Jordan Love this, Jordan Love. Now you want to sit him? Come on, man. I thought you said he played up to the competition.
Listen, no Tucker Craft. The Eagles defense is going to be better. They're going to be all on Jordan Love. And I think they're going to lean on Josh Jacobs a little bit more. So I think they're going to run the football and take the ball out of Jordan Love's hands, play a little bit more conservative, play game control. Sit Jordan Love, man. And what's the other person? Oh, Trevor Lawrence versus the Texans defense. I'm sitting him because the last game he only had 7.78 points versus the Texans, and he hasn't thrown a touchdown in the last two games they face each other. So yeah, I'm sitting him. As far as running backs go, I know this sounds crazy, but because they didn't trade away their defensive tackle and their corner, I'm starting Quinshon Judkins. I think he's gonna run all over there. Because Mozzie Smith ain't it. He ain't it. That's why the Cowboys got rid of him. And I'm starting David Montgomery over the Commanders. I think they're gonna run all over that Commanders defense. I'm sitting Travis Etienne against the Texans. I think that defense is gonna stop him. They're gonna stack 8 in the box, and they're gonna key in on him. And I'm sitting Ja'Cory Crosby Musgrave. I just think that defense on the Lions is going to key in on him. He's not going to have a really good game. So, and then the wide receivers, I'm starting at McConkey over the Steelers. They give up a lot of yards to wide receivers going deep. I think Justin Herbert's going to be able to get Lad McConkey, especially in the middle of the field. And I'm starting Courtland Sutherland because we all know the Raiders' corners are not that good. So I think Courtland Sutherland's going to have a really good game. And then I'm sitting Deebo Samuels and I'm sitting Jacoby Myers because Jacoby Myers just got there. And Deebo Samuels, he might be the only option, but he's still kind of hurt, kind of limping around. So I don't think he's going to have a good game. And then I am starting on tight end Aronde Gasson II versus the Steelers. They give up the third most fantasy points to tight ends. And I am starting. Oh, I'm sitting David Njoku because Harold Fanning II has been getting more run than him. So those are my starts and sits.
For sure. For my starts at quarterback, I got Bo Nix against my Raiders, man. Like, come on, man. Our secondary is not good at all. Their premium is gonna be playing catch tomorrow. Running back, I got Jahmyr Gibbs against this Commanders defense, man. This team is broken. No Jaden Daniels. This offense is gonna not look good. I think Terry McLaurin's out for a while, so yeah. I like Jahmyr Gibbs. My receiver, I got A.J. Brown against the Packers. I just think A.J. Brown, I think they're going to try to feature him. I think he's going to have a good game. So I like that. And then I like tight end. I like Brock Bowers. I like my guy Brock Bowers against this Broncos defense. No Patrick Surtain. So You could have saw Patrick Surtain maybe guard Brock Bowers a little bit, but with him out, I think that helps. I think it helps out. Obviously, no Jacoby Myers, so there will be focus on Brock Bowers, but he's elite. As far as my sits, Jordan Love, sit that motherfucker down, bro. He ain't gonna do nothing.
Now he getting off on you, man.
Jordan Love ain't doing that, man. He ain't gonna do nothing. We all know that. Running back, I got to sit my boy Ashton Genty until this offensive line fixed, man. I probably wouldn't start him at all. It's been kind of a rough year. I think he'll be an excellent back, but this offensive line has not helped him and done him justice. So, wide receiver, I'm sitting Drake London. I know he had a great game last week, but against the Colts, I'm gonna sit him. I think they're gonna focus on him. Not sure if Sauce is gonna play at all, but I do like the cornerbacks that they do have.
He was out there.
So if he plays, that's even more reason for me to sit Drake London. I could see maybe Kyle Pitts maybe have a really good game or something like that. If they do win, maybe this could be a Bijan Robinson game, but I think there's going to be a lot of focus on Drake London, especially against that Colts defense. And then tight end, I'm gonna sit Kittle, man. I'm gonna sit Kittle against the Rams. I just think this Ram defense is really good. And then obviously no one else really scares you on that offensive side as far as receivers. But Kittle and a little bit of McCaffrey. So I think Kittle will have a slow game on Sunday.
For sure. All right, yeah, it's time for Maul's Random News. It is now time for Maul's Random News.
All right, sir. We all know, we all love to hear Chris's opinions about certain topics. You know what I mean? We got a couple stuff, video game world, some baseball stuff and all that. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, man. So we got some breaking news. Obviously, people still know that the government is still shut down, and it's gonna affect the airspace. So they did announce that flight capacity will be reduced by 10% as early as tomorrow due to the government shutdown. Means there's gonna be more flights canceled out of certain airports. There's about 40 listed. They range from anywhere from Dallas to Boston. Vegas is one of them, Houston, New York, LAX, LaGuardia, Memphis, Miami, and so on and so forth. What are your thoughts with this? Seems like it's getting close to holiday traveling time, but it seems like there's going to be less flights being taken out. Could have a ripple effect through tourism and all that type of stuff. What's your overall thoughts with this situation?
They need to get this shit figured out, man. Figured out, man. People can't feed their families. They ain't getting paychecks. Now y'all reducing flights, so people not going to see their families. Thanksgiving's coming up.
Yep, I'm one of them. I was supposed to go see my dad for his birthday, and I'm pissed because I ain't gonna be able to because of this whole government shutdown bullshit.
Can't get this fixed by Christmas. That's all I got to say.
They need to get it fixed now.
They do, but I'm saying.
Republicans need to get off their ass and stop making excuses. Get this shit done. All right, next up. This probably ain't gonna make you happy, but I got a little bit of favorites for MLB free agency, and the Dodgers look like they're favored to land Bo Bichette as one of the free agents this offseason, as well as also Kyle Tucker and Alex Bregman could all potentially be wearing Dodger blue. What are your thoughts with those guys?
Who's
Bo Bichette, the guy from the Blue Jays, that was right behind Vladimir Guerrero.
No. I mean,
I've also heard his name with the Royals too. I've heard his name with the Royals.
Really?
I heard they might. They say they don't think the Royals have the money, but they're gonna try though.
Hey, what's his name? Picola, whatever his name is. Hey man. Make it happen, dog. We need all the bats we can get, dog. I know Salvi just signed a 2-year extension. Shout out to my dad, Salvi. We got the captain back for 2 more years. But we need some bats, man.
That would be a nice bat behind Bobby Witt. That would be a nice bat.
I'm just saying, man, because India didn't have a really good year last year, but Michael, he stepped it up. My man, Vinny Pasquantino, he had a really good year last year. Both, I think Vinny had 30, Salvi had 30 home runs. I think Bobby had like 20-something, 30-something home runs. So We just need one more bat, man. That's what we need. Hopefully, Jack Caggs can step it up next year. We got the other kid, the hometown kid that we called up. He was actually pretty good down the stretch. So we just need bats, man. I think our pitching will be fine, and they'll be healthy, so we'll be good.
When do they normally sign? Isn't that like in January, February, when they have like the little owners meetings this time?
I think so.
Yeah. No, we'll see. There's some good names out there, so we'll see what happens. All right, next up, we got some WNBA news. Eneke Agumake, the WNBA president, has signed with Project B, a new women's professional basketball league set to launch in November of 2026. Project B players will receive an undisclosed salary plus an equity stake in the league. Project B league officials have stated that 66 players across 6 teams will earn higher salaries than those currently offered in the WNBA, with the potential WNBA lockout looming. What are your thoughts with this new league? You also have Unrivaled. Obviously, all these ladies seem like they're prepping for a potential lockout that could be heading into the season. What's your thoughts with this new league that Eneke Agumake has signed with?
I mean, if they can help, if it is a lockout and it's a league that can help these girls get paychecks, while they figure this thing out in the CBA, then hey, more power to them. You know what I'm saying? Look, I know that people don't like new leagues because you get used to one league and it's like that's the league, whatever. But if this league can at least keep these girls employed and get a paycheck, hey, I'm all for it.
Now, I'm all for it too. I just don't think they should get comfortable with these other leagues like Unrivaled and this Project B league. This is my first time even hearing it. They gotta understand the WNBA is gonna be the WNBA. It's always gonna be the top tier league out of all of them. I love Unrivaled and I get it. There are more.
They announced their teams today.
Oh, I didn't see that. You probably have to talk about that a little bit more. We can talk about that on Monday. But again, hey, shout out to Eneke and shout out to all those ladies. Hopefully, I would rather see them on the WNBA court and get that deal done, man. They got a lot of momentum with this league, so let's keep it going. All right, next up, your boy Zion. He's out again. Seemed like he hurt his hamstring. He has a hamstring strain. He's gonna be out 17 days. Obviously, they got the big win against the Dallas Mavericks today. But is it time? Do you think it's time that the New Orleans Pelicans should start thinking about considering trading Zion Williamson?
If you can get a nice little compensation for him, yeah. I don't know what you can get for him because people don't think he's injury prone and his motivation and his weight and all that stuff. So we better not go to Miami.
Nah, Miami, nah. Don't go to Miami.
Don't go to LA either.
Don't go to Memphis.
Send his ass to Milwaukee.
Nah, he ain't gonna do that either. Nah. I don't know where Zion could go. Maybe go to Charlotte, play with LaMelo or something. I don't know. Figure something out, or go play with Cade in Detroit. I think that could be a good.
There you go. Send his ass to Detroit.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Detroit might be nice. All right, next up, man. It seems like people might start getting a little excited about GTA. Man, it seems like people think that they might make an announcement here soon. Rockstar Games, their main website
got
page.
An announcement for y'all.
Their main page has been updated. GTA 6 page on PlayStation Store was also updated, and Take-Two's earning call is tomorrow morning. With maybe they might leak out the date. So, what are your thoughts with this? Do you think we will get a date here within the next month?
Oh yeah, you're gonna get a date.
It'll be like pushed back to 2027,
2028, baby, 2028.
This
summer,
guy, bro. This guy,
GT. Man, Batman 2 coming out before GT.
Oh my god. Come on, man. Don't listen to Chris, man.
And they don't start filming that until spring.
Don't listen to Chris, man. I've been seeing reports that they are getting closer and closer to revealing the true game to the public. Gameplay and all that.
Push it back. Do you have a crash out on the podcast?
Depends on how far they push it back. If they push it back to fucking like 2027, yeah. I'm like, bro, it's been 30 years, man. Come on, man. Come on, dog.
Shut it down,
Come on, man.
Rockstar. That's what I would say. Shut it down. It's on.
Like at that point, man, we better be getting real money, real ass and titties in our face for this game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, next up, got more video game news. Marvel says they will continue to collaborate with Insomniac Games for many years to come, via Game Informer. Obviously, they're known for the Spider-Man game. Obviously, they're making the Wolverine game. With them continuing their relationship, what superhero game would you like to see Insomniac Games make outside of Wolverine and Spider-Man?
Shit. I don't know. Give me a Black Panther game.
Black Panther game? That'd be dope.
They shut down the one that we were supposed to get.
Blade. I could use a Blade one too. Blade would be fire too.
Coming out with a Blade one?
They're supposed to be, but we haven't heard anything about it. So at this point, it might be like Blade the movie. At this point, they might be talking about it, but no, that Blade got bad juju.
Blade the movie coming out before GDS.
Nah, facts for real. Next up, speaking of Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto film is in development at Paramount. It will be an original story set in the universe with game-accurate locations and production design. Expected to be in theaters October 22nd of 2028. What's your level of excitement for a Grand Theft Auto game, and who would you like to see play the main character? Or what scene? Number one, what scene? Which of the Grand Theft Autos would you like to see making a movie? And then out of that one, you pick who would you like to star in that movie?
I don't know, man. I would kind of like if they're gonna make them. I guess I don't know. I get it. You want to do fanfare, you gotta get people to go. So I guess you would have to do the last one.
I would say either the last one or San Andreas.
With CJ.
Yeah, with CJ. San Andreas would probably be one of the better ones for sure. Or Nico. No, I think it was that Grand Theft Auto 4. Nico would be pretty cool. Got a couple more. Let me see. I lost my shit. Next up, your boy Paul Pierce made some interesting comments. He says the only way to really know if your girl loves you is to cheat on her and see how she reacts. What are your thoughts with
my
Paul Pierce?
thoughts is don't take relationship advice from Paul Pierce. Your shit will be out on the damn grass. He is a millionaire and he thinks from a millionaire standpoint.
So you don't believe?
No. You work regular ass 9 to 5. Your ass will be out on the streets. You looking for a new house or new apartment, or paying half because of him. Do not listen to Paul Pierce.
Yo, shout out to Paul, man. That boy, like, I was never a fan of him as a basketball player, but that man has been hilarious with advice giving. He really has. Next up, speaking of more Rockstar co-founder Dan Houser says Red Dead Redemption 3 will probably happen without him. He'd be a little sad about it and thinks the story was a cohesive 2-game arc. He says, quote, I don't own the IP. That's the part of the deal. It's a privilege to work on stuff, but you don't necessarily own it. What are your thoughts with this? Are you a little disappointed that Dan Houser would potentially not be part of Red Dead Redemption 3?
I mean, I don't have a connection with him, so I mean, if they can make a good story, then no. I mean, It sucks for him because he's one of the, I guess, creators of it, but they can make a good storyline.
Yeah, man. I'm all for it. Red Dead. I still got to beat Red Dead Redemption 2, but I've heard great things about it. So
you ever beat it?
I've never truly beaten it. I've never truly beaten it. I need to though. I've heard great things about it. Next up, everybody loves the Muppets. We all did when we were growing up. Seems like they might be coming back, especially Miss Piggy. Jennifer Lawrence reveals that she's producing a Miss Piggy movie with Emma Stone. Excited about seeing Miss Piggy back on the big screen?
No, I mean, I'm not gonna go see it, but shout out to Miss Piggy though.
Everybody, did you used to have a crush on Miss Piggy?
No.
Some people did. Some people used to have big crushes on Miss Piggy, man. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know, man. I don't know. So that's what I heard, man. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I gotta dust some grass out here.
Damn, dog. All right, man. Got a couple more. Next up, Drake has been named in a lawsuit against Spotify, accusing the company of streaming fraud. The lawsuit filed by RBX alleges that between January 22nd and September 2025, a substantial, non-trivial percentage of Drake's 37 billion streams on Spotify during that time frame were inauthentic and appeared to be the work of a sprawling network of bot accounts. Drake and his team are not accused of manipulating streams, but are listed as beneficiaries of fraud in a case that does not stand alone. What are your thoughts with this news?
I don't know, man. If all this pointing the finger at who got bots, what happened to making good music, man?
Yeah.
Why we all this speculation? Oh, yeah. Let's see. This is what streaming done. You streaming, you ruin the music business.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man.
Go back to CDs, man.
Yeah, streaming. Yeah, them streaming things is crazy. Next up, a psychologist warns it's a major red flag to relax by enjoying true crime documentaries, movies, etc. Do you agree or disagree? Do you think it's a problem
Say that again?
A psychologist warns it's a major red flag to relax by enjoying true crime, movies, documentaries, TV shows, etc. Do you think that's a red flag? Do you think it's become a problem that true crime has been one of the top forms of media that people have been partaking in?
No, people are interested in that stuff. Now, don't go out there and reenact the shit and I saw what's name. Now I want to go rob some banks and shoot some people up. Like, I'm gonna watch Snowfall and they want to serve crack. Like, you watching it for entertainment.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't say horror movies. Like that would you would think be more disturbing.
Yeah, maybe that might be in the same genre. I guess it's all crime. I guess in a sense. I don't know. I guess, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, reenacting would kind of be kind of crazy, but we'll see what's up. Couple more. Scientists have reportedly found an Earth-sized planet 40 light years away, sitting in the habitable zone where oceans, clouds, and maybe even life could exist. Are you one of those believers that there is life outside of Earth? And if you had the opportunity to go to that planet, would you take that opportunity?
Life outside of Earth, I don't know, man. I would think that they would already I mean, they might be already down here, but I don't know, man. I think they would already have found that if it was. As far as this other Earth, I would be intrigued.
You'd be intrigued? You'd be intrigued to see what the women look like.
What? I have a woman. I don't know.
My bad. Hopefully she don't watch this. My bad. I apologize. So you would take the trip?
Is black people on
there? Yeah, it might be. It might be purple, blue. I don't know. They might be somebody that looks just like you.
Hey.
All right, man. A couple more. Steve Ballmer. More news about the aspiration thing. Steve Ballmer has been sued by 11 aspirational investors who allege he used the company to secretly funnel millions of dollars to star NBA player Kawhi Leonard. Does this help, hurt, or keep the case the same as far as your views on this whole aspiration thing with Kawhi Leonard and Steve Ballmer and the Clippers?
This might get his team taken away from him. He might sell.
It's not looking good. More and more information is coming out. Obviously, the NBA is still doing their investigations. There were rumors that they could potentially be ready to make their diagnosis due by All-Star Weekend. So we'll have to wait and see. That's still a couple months away. Two more. FX has ordered a new Snowfall spinoff series starring Gail Bean and Isaiah John. Will take place in the 90s after original series premiering in 2026. Obviously, everybody was a big fan of Snowfall. What's your excitement level on this spinoff series?
I'm intrigued by it. It's going to be something different because it's more focused on them. I think starting a label. There's going to be more music drawn. It's not really going to be. I'm pretty sure there's going to be elements of the crack epidemic in the 90s or whatever, but I think it's more so them drawn towards them finding like rap artists and stuff like that and building a label life after all that stuff that happened in Snowfall. So
yeah, it should be dope. It should be stoked. And last but not least, Clutch Sports founder Rich Paul and former ESPN host Max Kellerman are teaming up to do a podcast together. For The Ringer, Bill Simmons announced. Simmons didn't reveal the name of the new show, but shared that it will be a video podcast running 3 times each week. What's your thoughts with this? And what kind of podcast do you think we're getting? Do you think this could be a boxing podcast, sports podcast, or do you think this could be something else?
I think it's going to be a sports sprinkled in with pop culture type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Max is now back outside. He's talking boxing again. You know, now he's probably setting himself up to, you know, get himself ready for a big push for 2026. I'm not mad at him. As far as Rich Carter, is that name?
Rich Paul.
As far as Rich Paul, I mean, I've seen him talk and other things. He's very insightful, so I'd be interested to hear what he had to say.
It should be an interesting podcast. I'll definitely take a look. I'm assuming that'll be on the series where all the Ringer stuff will be on Netflix for their video podcasts and stuff like that. So it'll be definitely something to keep my eye on. And again, I'm truly excited that Max Kellerman is back in public, man. We definitely need him, especially in the sport of boxing. So
yeah, for sure. All righty, man. It's time for our Week 10 NFL picks.
Let's do it, man.
Cris Style Mal's NFL picks.
All righty. All right. All right, man. Tomorrow we got the big AFC West matchup. The Broncos facing up the Raiders Stadium. Raiders are coming off a loss against Jacksonville by 1 point. Broncos coming off a big win over, I forgot who they played, but they beat them bad. I'm going with the Broncos. I think it's going to be closer than what people think, but I got the Broncos winning 28-24.
Yeah, I got the Broncos winning. I don't trust Geno. I think it could be a tight game in the beginning. Obviously, we still have somewhat talent with Ashton Genty and Brock Bowers. I think if the Raiders want to have any chance, Max Crosby gonna have to give us like 3-4 sacks, and Ashton Genty gonna have to go off to keep the ball out of this offensive hands. So it's gonna have to be some long, sustainable drives. I'm talking about taking chunks like 6, 7, 8 minutes off the clock. Can we do that? I don't know. I don't trust Chip Kelly with anything related to NFL offenses or anything NFL related, and I don't trust Geno Smith at all. So I think the Broncos will win. I'm gonna go. Let's go 33-21.
Got an early morning in Berlin game as the Colts and the Falcons face off. We all know how those overseas games are. They're very weird and tricky. But I'm going to go with the Colts. I think they were embarrassed by the Steelers last week. I think Jonathan Taylor goes off. I think Danny Dimes has a better showing. And I got the Colts because I just don't trust the Falcons. I don't. 1 minute they look great like last week in the second half against the Patriots, and they probably should have tied the game up. The kicker didn't miss the kick, but still, I just don't trust them. So I'm gonna go Colts 35-21.
Yeah, I don't trust the Falcons at all either. I think the Colts started off the game great against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I just think they had some bad turnovers from Daniel Jones, and I know a lot of people want to put it on Daniel Jones, but I don't think that offensive line helped at all a lot, especially in that second half. They were just getting beat by everything. So I think they'll have a better showing. I think the Colts win. I'm gonna go. Let's go 32-18.
You got the Cleveland Browns traveling to the New York Jets. We all know the Browns are horrible with Dylan Gabriel. Jets are gotten worse because they traded away their two best defensive players.
If you sit down and watch this game, you need to go. This is a touch grass moment. You need to go touch grass. No one should be watching this game at all.
Yeah, sick individual if you watch this game.
Yo, for real.
I'm gonna go Browns 21-14.
Man, this game is ass. This game is terrible. Let's go 13-10 Browns. 13-10 Browns.
I'm not even mad at that.
Yeah.
You got the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to the Houston Texans. I don't think CJ Stroud is playing. I don't know if he's playing in this game.
He's not. They announced it.
Concussion protocol. Look, man, I think it's going to be a defensive game. I think Texas is going to keep him in, but I just think Davis Mills is going to have a couple of interceptions. I got the Jags winning 17-10.
This is a game that the Jags should win. It's a game that Jags should win. But how many times have we seen the Jags lose games exactly like this one? I'm not gonna do it though. I'm gonna take the Jags. I'm not sure how much Jacoby Myers we will see in this game. I'm assuming we'll see something. I'm sure they'll have like a little small package for him, getting him involved. But the Jaguars currently the better team, especially without CJ Stroud in that lineup. David Mills is terrible. He is god awful. So I'm gonna take the Jags, but I think it'll be a lot closer. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a lower scoring game. I could see this being like a 17-13 game. I could see it, something like that.
You got Buffalo Bills traveling to the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins traded away Jaden Phillips, so their defensive line, they still got Bradley Chubb. They still got Cypher, what his name is. Still got
Minkah Fitzpatrick. Yeah.
And then the Dolphins tend to play the Bills pretty well. Regardless of what's going on, they tend to play well. They probably should have tied the game last time they played each other. It was in Buffalo. They're in Miami, so it's still going to be hot outside. I'm going to go with Bills. I think it's going to be close because they're going to kind of be deflated from that big-ass win they got from the Chiefs. So they're going to kind of come back down to earth, and you're going to see the Bills that we've seen it. But I got the Bills winning 31-27.
Is this game in Miami?
Yes.
I like the over in this game. I could see this game definitely going over for sure. I'm gonna go 35-27. I got the Buffalo Bills winning. I think Buffalo. I think this will be a game going back and forth, especially in that first half. I wouldn't be surprised if the Dolphins had the lead going into halftime, and then the Bills just kind of ramp it up in the second half. And Josh Allen has the MVP second half, and I could see them winning that game. So yeah, let's go 35-27.
Yeah. You got the New England Patriots traveling to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Patriots coming off a win over the Falcons. Buccaneers coming off a win over the Saints. Both teams are kind of rolling right now. I know Buccaneers are kind of dealing with injuries still with Bucky Irvin, but they still got Rashard White in the backfield. Miko Bouquet still balling. I don't know if Chris Godwin is back yet, but they still got enough over there. But I think the Patriots are going to put themselves. They're already on the map, but they're going to prove to everybody that they're one of the elite teams, top teams in the league. I think they're going to win in a high-scoring game. I got the Patriots winning 35-31.
Nah, this game is going to be one really entertaining game. Baker Mayfield against Drake May. That's an exciting quarterback matchup. It's in Tampa though, and I think the Bucs will prevail. I think we'll see another Baker Mayfield game-winning 2-minute drill type of drive to get them this win. I could see a big Emeka Egbuka game. Obviously, that matchup between him and Christian Gonzalez. Obviously, that could be a really good matchup as well. But I'm gonna go with the Bucs, man. I think they'll squeeze out a win. Let's go 28-29.
You got the New York Football Giants traveling to the Chicago Bears. The Giants are trying to be competitive. They really are. I think that defensive line still keeps them in the game. Jackson Dart is actually playing pretty well, regardless of, his receivers are just letting him down. His tight end let him down last week, dropping pass. He had a wide open touchdown he dropped in the end zone. But I'm gonna go with the Bears, man. I know the defense isn't that good because they should have probably lost last week to the Bengals, but I trust the Bears a little bit more. I'm gonna go with the Bears 27-21.
Yeah, I like the Bears in this game too. I think if the Giants were fully healthy, I would like the Giants in this game. If they had Scatterbooth, they have Malik Neighbors, I would really like that. But I think Jackson Dart will still have a really good game. I think offensively, I think they can still do some things. We see it. I think he's really in control of this offense. And they're still playing really, really inspired football. I think that helps Brian Dable keep his job for sure, no matter what their record is. But I think Caleb Williams, I think he's finding a groove under this Ben Johnson offense. They feeling comfortable enough to do all these trick plays. So that must show a lot of faith that Ben Johnson has with Caleb Williams currently right now. So I think the Bears will win. I'm gonna go. Let's go 27-24.
You got the Ravens traveling to Minnesota to face off against the Vikings. Ravens coming off a big win over the Dolphins. Vikings coming off a big win over the Lions. JJ McCarthy started. He played really well in that game. I think this game is going to start off tight. They are in Minnesota, but I do think that the Vikings are going to make a couple of more plays. They're going to make a big play on defense on JJ McCarthy, and I think the Ravens win 38-28.
I like Lamar Jackson on that fast track. Inside, nothing, no weather stopping him. He's feeling healthy. Derrick Henry feeling good. I can see this being a nice Zay Flowers game as well. I'm gonna surprise you with the score. I'm gonna go 35-17. Go Baltimore Ravens. I think they handle them. It's gonna be a long day for JJ and his offense, man. I think the Ravens are coming.
You got an NFC South showdown. Saints traveling to Carolina to face off against the Panthers. Panthers coming off a win over the Packers. Saints coming off a loss over the Buccaneers. I just think the Panthers are the better team. I'm gonna go with the Panthers winning. I think it's gonna be a little close in the beginning, but I think they'll pull away. I got the Panthers winning 28-17, and it furthers my Panthers going to the wild card.
Yeah, man, I like the Panthers in this game too. I think we'll get a nice Ted McMillan game. I think we'll get one of those Ted breakout games where he gets over 100 yards, maybe a couple TDs. Rico Dotto, he's looked like an elite running back this last month of the year. Bryce Young, he's back in the lineup. He's healthy. I still like a couple of these young pieces that they have on that defensive side. Saints, man, we know what the Saints are, man. They're gearing up for this offseason, draft capital, trying to get a high draft pick. Maybe they'll be in the Mendoza sweepstakes or whatever quarterback sweepstakes it is. Or they can potentially wait and gear up for the better quarterback draft for next year. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I like the Panthers. I got them winning. I don't think it'll be a high scoring game. Let's go 23-13.
You got the Arizona Cardinals traveling to the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks coming off a big win over the Commanders. Cardinals coming off a win over the Cowboys. Jacoby Brissett is he's going to be the starting quarterback for the remaining of the season. Kyler Murray's out. And the Seahawks, they're riding high right now. I think it's just going to be too hard for the Cardinals to beat the Seahawks right now in Seattle. And I just think that they're going to get to. I think Jacoby Brissett is going to have a solid game, but I just think Sam Darnold on his offense is rolling right now. I got the Seahawks winning 35-24.
Yeah, I like the Seahawks too. Obviously, Jacoby Brissett has made this offense look more respectable. Marvin Harrison looks like he's found his groove. I think it'll be a close game, though. I think this game will be really close. I think this defense that the Arizona Cardinals has, I like some pieces on that defensive side. If we get a Marvin Harrison like top tier game, I wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals upset Seattle. But I'm gonna go with Seattle. I'm gonna take the safe pick. I'm gonna go Seattle. I think they'll get the win. I think we might even see like one big play from Shaheed especially off the deep. All you gotta do is just throw it deep to them. There might be an opportunity there, especially with JSN coming through the middle. Could open up that deep side in the middle. I'm gonna go Seahawks. Let's go 28-21.
You got the Lions traveling to Washington to face the Commanders. Lions coming off a disappointing loss to the Vikings. Commanders coming off a loss against who they just play?
Seahawks. They got dog walks.
And Jaden Daniels got the unfortunate arm injury. Marcus Mariota will be starting. Look, man, Lions, I think they're going to be pissed off from the Vikings game and how they showed up in there, and I think they're going to take it out on the Commanders. I get the Commanders winning 42-20.
Yeah, we also got to remember this is the playoff game that the Detroit Lions lost. They lost to the Commanders last year. That kind of ruined their great year they had. So yeah, they're going to be highly motivated, but no Jaden Daniels, no Marshawn Lattimore, no Luke McCaffrey. They're down out. No Terry McLaurin. It's going to be bad. This is going to be a rout. Play all Detroit Lions players in fantasy. I think everybody gonna eat that day. I'm gonna go 51-14.
I'm not mad at that. Got an AFC matchup. Rams going against the 49ers. Rams coming off a big win over who they face?
Who, the Rams?
They
beat
who they beat the hell out of?
I think they beat they beat the Saints.
Oh, they beat the Saints. Okay. And the 49ers coming off a big win over.
They beat the Giants.
Giants. Look, man, the Rams can never in the regular season they always lose. For whatever reason, man, Kyle Shanahan just got Sean McVay's number. But I think it changes this week, man. Going with the Rams, they got to win 35-24.
Yeah, honestly, if you look at their schedule, they've been kind of on this win-loss pattern. Last week they won, so I guess I'm gonna take the loss. I think it'll be a good game, though. I think these teams know each other too well. Even despite all these injuries that the 49ers have, that's still a hard-nosed team that's gonna play with a lot of respect and play with a lot of heart, man. I think this is gonna be a low-scoring game. I don't think it's gonna be high-scoring. I'm gonna go. Let's go 20. Let's go 20-14. Rams.
You got the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to the LA Chargers for Sunday Night Football. Steelers coming off an impressive win over the Colts. Chargers coming off a win over the Titans. I got the Chargers winning, but I think it's going to be closer than what people think because that offensive line of the Chargers is bad. And I think TJ Watt can have a big game in this game and cause some problems in this game to get the ball to Aaron Rodgers. But I think that it's going to come down to a game-winning field goal. Cameron Dicker is going to kick the game-winning field goal. They'll win 27-24.
Yeah, I like the Chargers at this state. Obviously, Steelers coming off that big win against the Indianapolis Colts, so I'm sure they're going to be on a high. But I think LA, that's a tough-nosed team. Harbaugh, he's going to have them ready. Again, I don't think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I'm going to go 23 to – you know what? I'm going to go let's go 18-14 Chargers.
Okay. And then you got Monday Night Football. You got the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to Lambeau to face the Green Bay Packers. Eagles, I think they were coming off a bye week. Green Bay Packers, they just lost to the Carolina Panthers. They lost Tucker Kraft for the season. I think this is going to be a tough one for them. They're probably going to try to lean on Josh Jacobs, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I got the Eagles winning 31-24.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Eagles win. I think they win in impressive fashion. I'm gonna go 35-21. I got the Eagles. I think we get a nice Jalen Hurts. I think we get a nice Saquon, and I think we get a nice AJ Brown game.
You just want a nice AJ Brown.
I need a nice AJ Brown game. I need that.
All right, people, that does it for our NFL picks. All right, man. You got anything else?
Nah, man. I hope everybody enjoys their weekend. I know I will. Can't wait for it. So excited to see these games. Hopefully YouTube TV and ESPN get their shit together and I don't have to go anywhere to watch these games. So
That's funny. That is funny. All right, good people. Look at the screen. You'll see our QR code for the WWE shop. Go ahead and scan it. Get your latest, greatest superstar merchandise, T-shirts, belts, all kinds of stuff at the WWE shop. All your great superstars like Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, of course, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Bianca Belair, anybody you could think of. Go scan that QR code and go to our WWE shop. If you want to donate to our Cash App, donate to $ Cris Mal Podcast. We'll appreciate anything you donate. Whatever streaming platform you use to listen to your podcast, we are available on Spotify, on Apple, on iHeartRadio, on Amazon Music. If you're a first time watcher on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification button. So when we go live Mondays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and Wednesdays 9-ish p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you can jump in the live with us like Mark always does every night. Join us and give us his opinion. You can jump in here, talk about these topics with us, give us your opinion, whether you agree with us or disagree with us. Come in here and give us what you feel on these games and how you feel about the trade deadline and all that stuff. And if you can't listen live stream, what do you say?
things they donate to pod.
Wow. And if you can't make the live stream, if you're listening on playback, leave a comment in the comment section, man. Give us your opinion in there too. And whatever social media platform you use, whether it be X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, Twitch, whatever you use, we're available at Cris Style Mal. We will follow you back. We're just some regular guys who like to talk music, movies, sports, all kinds of various other things. If you have a critique, feedback, or if you have a question or topic, and we like to say a question or topic, we will bring it up. We will shout you out because we want to show love to those who show love to us. So go ahead and hit us up via DM, emails, or our mentions. All right, good people. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Be safe out there. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do, Ma wouldn't do. And we'll be back on Monday, man, to tell you, how we feel about all the stuff that went down over the weekend, see if our picks came in, and all the good stuff that's leading into almost football season being over.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's almost in.
Yeah, it's almost over. I have to sit through basketball with Mom.
Man, stop hating, man. This season's been great. You got to get over your NBA hate. I don't know why you hate the NBA so much.
I don't hate it.
You act like
get into it. I just can't
get into it, brother. It's good. It's good.
I tried, man. Man.
I don't think you really tried. I
have, man.
All right.
Difficult. I think because I don't have a team anymore. I think that's possible. All right, people. Until Monday, we out.